So only 5% of estate failures transferring wealth from one generation to the next is due to faulty gift and estate planning. The other 85% has to do with your kids not being prepared for the wealth or a lack of trust and communication within the family. And the reason that this is so common is because it falls under two categories. There's a technical problem and there's an adaptive problem. The technical problem is very easy. I can go to my gift and estate lawyer, they can draw up some documents, and then we think that we're done. But actually the greater work that needs to be done is the adaptive. And so let me articulate what this sounds like or looks like in a real life example. So imagine that your car is broken down with its brakes. You go to the mechanic fixes it. Well, 2 weeks later, your brakes are broken again. So naturally, we go back to the mechanic fixes it. 2 weeks later, the brakes are broken again. And this time the mechanic says, look, this has nothing to do with your car. Your car's in great shape. The brakes are fine. It has nothing to do with the pads that I installed. This has everything to do with the driver. And so when we look back on who's driving the car, it's actually our new teenage driver who is slamming and pumping on the brakes, breaking them every 2 weeks. And so we can continue to go back to the mechanic every 2 weeks to solve this, but for us to solve this into the future, we need to adjust the driving patterns of our children. And so generative families work this way. They understand that they need to have a framework in place to continue to perpetuate the wealth and have the ideation going forward in a harmonious way. And this is what continues to perpetuate the wealth, not trying to solve it through a technical way of gift and estate planning. And so my name is David at Credo, and we love having these conversations, and we believe that families can walk through this and go through low risk, high reward conversations to better help them navigate these issues, not only today, but into the future to be a successful generative family.